Hi everyone, it's Debbie Ann. I am back. This time I have a new digital collection to share with you. I called this one Steampunk Winterlude. I was inspired by all the little critters that visit my backyard. I also ended up combining some of the characters from last year's Steampunk Love. So if you are familiar with that kit, you'll recognize some of the people that were featured in that one last January. So I'll show you everything that's included in the main kit, and then I've got a bonus one for my patrons over on Patreon. So I've got some journal pages that are pretty decorated. You could do some collaging on there, and you could even add some journaling spots. If you're a journaler, you could definitely collage those on top, or tape them or staple them on. So there's some winter elements in there, as you can see. On some of these you can see sort of a snowfall effect better than on others. So it's not an overly grungy collection. And then I created some pages that have a bit of journaling space within the page itself. Then I've got some journaling cards, and these are the characters from last year's kit called Steampunk Love, so I combine them in with some of the florals from this new collection. Now, everything so far that I've shown you, except for these, is on 28-pound regular copy paper in my laser printer. This was on cardstock. It's just a 65-pound. Then I've got some pockets or envelopes and matching cards. Here's another pocket and another steampunk gentleman and a little squirrel there. This envelope here, a lovely lady and her rabbit. And then I created some fussy cut characters. So these would make nice tuck spots, or they could be collaged on tags. And then over on Patreon, I've created some exclusives for my patrons. This one here is available to all patrons who are at the $2 a month tier and up. So these little guys all have a little bit of steampunk infused. So this I also printed on 65-pound cardstock. And then for the Rose Garden tier and up, I created a small kit that includes some tags, a couple of these cards, and then a few more pages that have more blank journaling space. So that's the latest collection. It's called Steampunk Winterlude, and I'll have all the links for these below. Usually when I create a new collection, I like to play with it and make a journal, but this month and next month are looking very busy around here. You know, I'm having to be caregiver for a few people, so that's how things are going right now. So what I'm going to do with these test prints from this collection is I'm going to put together a small journal kit, and I will list it over on Etsy. So I'm going to add a couple of these really nice double-sided cardstock pieces. So I'll include this one and this gorgeous grungy map as well. So that'll be in there. And then I'll include these giant brass colored brads. And these came home with my Mr. Over the holidays. He was cleaning out a desk in his office or something, and he brought home a box. And so there were some of these beautiful giant brads in there, and also some clear plastic tags that have an opening, you know, so you could do something really cool with these. And they have the eyelet there at the top, so I'll have those in there as well. He also had some time cards in there, and these are in a style I've never seen. So a couple of pink ones and a white one here that you could coffee stain. And then I recently purchased on eBay a huge box of first day covers. So I'm going to throw in a couple of these as well. And these are all from the late 60s. I also have these radio postcards. This one here has a nice little note on the back. And I have this signature from a really old ledger. It's dated December 1920. And it's really brittle paper, so what I often do with this stuff is I tear it up into strips and I use it as a layer in some collages and little clusters and things like that. So that will be in the kit as well. Now, even though I won't have time right now to work on a journal with these digitals, I did pull out a couple of books that I would certainly consider as a possibility for a journal with this. And I just thought I would show you since I have the camera here. So one of my options, or one of the contenders, would be a Reader's Digest. I have a considerable little pile of these for journal making. And the reason I would use this one is because of the trees and the berries or apples or whatever these are supposed to mimic, and then the swirls that kind of look like wind and snow. So this would be a possibility if I were to make something with that. Another option would be these gorgeous old covers, and I don't want to touch them too much until I'm ready to actually clean one of these off, but these have been separated because the spines were falling apart. So what's happening is the ink on the leather parts just comes off. You just like rub and it comes off. So what I've done when I have used these in the past is I give them a good cleaning with alcohol-free baby wipes, and then I seal them up with a medium of sorts, just something clear. So that's what I would use possibly with this kit. And then these two document holders came in recently. I got these on eBay for a pretty good price. They looked like they were in very good condition. I haven't even had a look at them yet. So I got a black one and a brown one. I already have two other ones that are much older, which I hope I will get to use sometime in the near future. So these two look like they're really nice. And this one's in French. So let's have a look inside. But this would be a really nice steampunk kind of masculine type journal. Yeah, everything's really well preserved in here. So these are the envelopes, and they're attached with strings, if you've never seen these before. And they were typically used by life insurance companies for all the important documents when you're filling out your policies and wills and that kind of thing. And these are all envelopes. So eventually I will have to come up with a fun project to do and share here on YouTube for you. So yeah, very excellent condition. And this snaps there. And then I guess you can tuck that in the back. And that's kind of like a little pocket there. I think this one's my favorite though. I mean, you can see all these details and then this gold embossed little plaque. Oh, this one here had the business name, the insurance guy's name in there, and possibly the person that this was meant for. I don't think there are any documents left. And honestly, I've never looked into what years these were used. This is possibly like 60s or 70s. I don't know. Car insurance, fire insurance, assorted. This is will and testament. And these are all envelopes as well. And they're all attached with shoelace type cord. So that would be another way that I might use these, would be to sort of cut some of these pages and maybe make them all different sizes or something. So I thought I would just share that for inspiration or for ideas for you. That's all I have for you today. I will leave you now with some footage of the winter scenery out in the backyard. So I hope you're well and that you're safe and healthy and happy. And I will hopefully see you very soon. Take care. Bye.